living it up. There's something that y'all do different. I'm getting more out of life than I'm dipping. Hey. 100 on the dash, dash on the.
Yesterday, half price on everything.
And I sold twice more stock than usual.
So, you broke even?
Yes, but the goods were trash. I would have thrown them away.
That was fucking rhetorical. The stand's Tiger Claw's property, and you're Tiger Claw's property. You had one job. Sell the stuff.
Don't shoot! Right?
Please!
What the hell? This isn't college. You have to think.
Why? Why?
Way I see it, only thing waiting for you here is getting off or getting offed. Place your bets.
What have I missed this time? Enlighten me.
Braindad's chick is hiding something. No coincidence we already saw 2 Tiger Claws. They must control the building.
Arasaka and the Tiger Claws are in bed together. Go figure.
Every corp plays dirty, except the streets are more than that. They're filth. So the corps leave it to the gang. Suits collars and get soiled. Surprised?
No, I mean, if Evelyn wanted to disappear, especially from Arasaka, she could have done better.
This whole situation's bent over, cheeks spread wide.
Someone's in a great mood.
Not every day a half-brained dead chick drags me around a cat house on a wild whore chase. So having a grand old time.
You think Judy's lying? Why?
Little something called intuition, V. Ever heard of it?
Oh, so what you meant to say was you're full of shit. Got it.
Welcome to Clouds, where we know what you're looking for. Would you care to jack into the terminal?
Looking for an Evelyn Parker. She work here?
Give me a moment. Evelyn's not available at this time.
Need to see her. It's important.
The algorithm knows best. Trust me, it will choose a doll that will thrill you. Our dolls can change their hair and eye color in real time to look just as you wish.
Not a customer.
Well, all the more reason to be excited. There's a first time for everyone at Clouds. It's no reason to dawdle. All you need to do is jack in. We'll create your personal profile and you'll be good to go.
I'm sorry, did she finally say anything useful? Fuck the menu, let's ditch this waitress and take our special order to the chef, point blank.
How could you possibly know what I'm looking for?
Clouds always knows. Your deepest desire, we find it. You'll have your needs fulfilled, and maybe much more. Less is not a word we use around here.
So how's this all work?
An algorithm pilots the doll's motor functions. It takes your profile data and transforms into experiences in real time. Memory dampers on the doll's behavioral chip block any recall of the session.
So there'll be no trace of the meeting.
Well, I could say yes, but that would strip it of mystery and suspense, wouldn't it? Once you're in there, you set the stakes.
You're saying it's not dangerous, but there's some risk involved.
That is one way to put it. One thing is for sure, you never get what you expect.
Consider my interest piqued. All right, let's do this.
This will be a live session, so events may take an unexpected turn. But don't quit if you feel uncomfortable. You could miss out on something truly remarkable. If you feel unready to handle what comes next, you can interrupt the session immediately. Now for your safe word.
Samurai.
And saved. Now, bear with me a moment. Scanning your personal profile. You should see compatible dolls in just a second. Two matches. Interesting.
Is that normal, or...?
Who can say what is normal? You're clearly a unique person with unique tastes. Our system can handle it. So who will it be? Angel or Sky?
Rather go with Sky.
I couldn't have chosen better myself. Now for the payment, and you'll venture into the clouds.
There you go.
And the payments come through.
The entire floor is open to you if you wish to wind down first.
Sky awaits you in booth 9. Disconnect, please.
That it?
We have a strict no weapons policy here at Clouds. Please deposit any and all hazardous items with me.
Only two willing to spread their legs for you. Sad.
Go eat a dick, Johnny.
Clouds is one of the safest places in all of... Thank you. We hope you enjoy your stay.
Oh, fuck you myself!
So how's this all work?
Where you got to,
An algorithm
coward?
pilots the doll's motor functions. It takes your profile data and transforms into experiences in real time. Memory dampers on the doll's behavioral chip block any recall of the session.
So there'll be no trace of the meeting.
Well, I could say yes, but
come
that
out
would strip it
alone.
of mis-
You're...
That it...
Consider...
I'll fuck you up, cunt!
Thank you. We hope you enjoy your stay.
Hi, I'm Sky. And you must be... Valerie?
Well, looks like this'll be interesting.
So, V, you're dying.
How'd you know I'm dying?
Deep inside, you fear this. Cower before it.
So what if I do? Why do you care?
Of all the voices in your head, the loudest is that calling for help. Look around. All of this is your doing.
There's something in those mirrors, way back.
It's a projection. Your inner landscape.
Just what I needed. Therapy with a robo-hooker.
I'm not here to analyze you. That's not something I do. I'm here to fulfill your deepest, most hidden desire.
Looking for someone named Evelyn Parker. Used to work here. Know her? Know where she is?
You need answers. That's clear. Just not the ones you think you need.
Asked you a simple question.
Evelyn Parker. Not the most important thing you're looking for, is she? I can smell your fear. You're afraid of something else.
You just gonna talk in circles? That it?
I can't help you if you don't want to be helped.
Oh, what's next? Meditation?
Something like that. Try me.
Just answer my question. Tell me where Evelyn is. Don't have time for a debate. Why'd the manager say she doesn't work here anymore? When was Evelyn last here? You know anything?
Evelyn had her own story before it collided with yours. But I know you'll find her. You always get your way.
Think you know me well. Okay? Tell me what I'm so afraid of.
It's something you don't talk about.
Everybody's entitled to secrets. Got my own with good reason, too.
Say it. Say it out loud. Not for me, but for yourself.
Had a true friend once. Now he's gone. Soon I'll be gone, too. Except, won't have anyone by my side.
Everything you need, you already carry inside you. You're scared because you've given up on your dreams. What happened to becoming the best in all of Night City?
Wasn't so long ago I really wanted that. But then all this shit happened. Seems like I was living in dreamland. I just want the world to know I was here. That I mattered.
Instead of a dream, you're living a nightmare. You're afraid of being erased, as if you never existed. Or is it just the fear of becoming someone else? Different.
Death is death is death. You're gone. Game over.
You can't know that for certain, even if you've been there and back.
Believe me, I've seen it. And it's fucking boring.
You haven't stopped grieving since. Or for what's to come.
What I've been through, tough to move on from that. Death was something that happened to other people. Hell that I dealt to others. Now my number will be up. Wasn't enough I died once. Have to go and do it again.
Death's absurdity, the futile struggle before. These terrify you.
So what now?
Now, you find out what it is you need to do.
Which is? You gonna tell me?
You've never backed down from anything in your life. Even when you maybe should have. You go through Night City knowing a stray bullet could end you while hailing a cab. But that's never stopped you from taking action. Going where you needed to go. And it won't stop you now.
But how do I keep up with everything that's changing?
You have been keeping up. You've made an impact. Not a single thing in this world isn't in the process of becoming something else. Likewise, you never look back. If you gotta kill, kill. If you gotta burn it all to the ground, then let it burn.
Thanks, for all this. Jeez, don't even feel like getting up.
Few do. But everything has its end.
Samurai.
Oh, what's going on? Goddamn thing threw me out.
Need to talk to you.
Talk? You pulled the emergency brake, ripped me out just to talk? What happened? I do something wrong?
Lot of things been going on in my head lately. But this was different. Refreshing.
That's what we do at Clouds.
I get why people come here. Come back. But I need something else. Evelyn Parker. What do you know about her?
Not much. Everyone's got their own booths, their own problems, their own little bubbles. It's a fragile ecosystem. People like you barge in, violate it, try to rearrange. No.
I need this info. Name your price.
Fuck you, your eddies, and that girl of yours. I could get fired for doing something like this.
I'll make it worth your while.
All right, fine. Hand it over and get out before you land me in the shit.
Anything out of the ordinary happen here lately?
Fine. Heard a customer did a number on her. But that's all I know. Shit like that happens around here way more often than anybody'd care to admit. You ought to ask Tom. Two of them were inseparable, gossiping for hours on end.
A customer attacked her?
I guess. I don't know. Real mess that was. Security barged in, handled it. Things went silent. You don't go around asking questions here. Better off not seeing, not hearing. Keeping your head down.
Where'd it happen?
Her booth. Told you. She was with a client.
Gonna just stand there or tell me a number?
11.
This booth occupied now?
Nah. I think it's been out of order since,
Need to get inside that booth somehow.
Yeah? And do what?
None of your biz. Can you open it or not?
Sure. Just don't bother me again. Ever. Talk to Tom.
Who's Tom?
A doll, like the rest of us. What do you think, an XBD star?
Where'll I find him?
VIP area. Booth 2, I think.
Thanks. See? You turned out to be useful after all.
Let's take a look, shall we? Well, Client wasn't the one who flew off the handle. Something bitter in the ass. What do you think? Cyberpsychosis?
Sounds crazy, but she could have been remotely hacked. A netrunner?
Weird.
Blood. Fresh, not too much. Put it to a wound rather than a kill. See that?
See what? Nothing there.
Exactly. Should be a port right there for the doll to jack into.
They rip it out?
Wonder why.
Not bad, but it would be much better, yo. I would eat those thighs.
I can't get in? What's that mean? I'm here every motherfucking week.
You're not authorized to access the VIP area.
Oh, yes, I am.
No, sir, you're not. You can take it up with the manager.
No, dog. I'm taking it up with you, here, now. You got any idea who I am?
Is there a problem?
This conk don't understand that I've got a right to be in there.
From what I can see, your VIP membership has been revoked.
Say what now?
Please stay calm, sir. Or we're gonna have to escort you outside. No shortage of wise asses.
I'll see. You going back upstairs?
In a minute.
Yeah, I have that bike. I know it.
What will you have?
Anything. Whatever stands to fuck me up the quickest.
You really think they never know?
More like hard life.
You better keep this short and sweet. 2 brainwashed sex zombies in a single day is too much, even for me.
Hi. I think something might have gone wrong here. Not really sure, don't have your details? Sorry, no idea what I'm supposed to do.
Relax. You don't need any data, don't need any deeds. I'm not a customer. Here to talk. To you, specifically. Not to be with a doll. Tom, is that it?
Uh-huh.
Need to get in touch with Evelyn Parker. It's important.
You and me both. Tried calling her a bunch of times. No luck.
Mean to say she's not here?
She had an accident. Needed to go to a special clinic in Osaka. Or Oslo. I think it was Oslo. For a new faceplate.
Osaka or Oslo? Which was it?
Oslo. Yeah, definitely Oslo.
That accident involved a client, did it? Found blood in her booth.
You know, shit like that happens here sometimes.
And everyone's cool with that.
We get new implants, recovery leave, and, well, sometimes even a payout. Now that I think about it, it is weird she went away so far.
Tell you herself she was skipping town?
Nah, just didn't show up for work. Wasn't picking up either, so I asked Woodman what was up. Told me she left, like I said.
Where can I find this Woodman?
Probably got his feet up in the back office. Except it's off limits to customers.
Woodman. Who is he?
Mr. Forrest. But everybody calls him Woodman. Never really known why.
Okay, Mr. Forrest then. What's his thing?
He's kinda like our caretaker. Finds new talent, deals with ugly situations.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm good. Got some new hardware. Motorcycle, not motor... A washing machine has a motor. Can we?
you? What do you want?
Chill. Keep calm. I'm looking for a girl.
Okay, Cab. Interesting word choice for someone who plowed through massive along the way.
Things got out of hand, I'll admit. But cooperate, and no one else will get hurt.
I don't negotiate with terrorists.
Let's get this party started! Ha ha ha!
Got it.
Oh, I see. Of course I'm in what capacity? Yeah, I have that bike.
Have you ever heard of Jotaro Shobo? He's one of the T-Claws.
Yeah, I've heard. A fucking psycho. Likes to hurt people.
Looks familiar.
What's that?
Evelyn's jacket.
Some girls
Crumpled
are-
like a tissue. Must have been here a while.
That's all pretty. But so what? I felt like Jobu's been on my blacklist before I heard of him.
The Mock's blacklist is more powerful. It actually means something.
I'll believe it when I see a rotting, stinking corpse.
Wait, no clients allowed in here. Well, dear, and close the door on the way out, would ya? As you can see, I'm very busy.
Looking for a girl named Evelyn Parker.
Got nobody working here by that name.
But she used to. What happened to her?
Probably did what all the dolls try to do. Found a unicorn to set her up for life. Ah, you could do better. Try Roxy over at Booth 2. Same heart-shaped ass. Behavioral chip will do the rest. Won't feel any difference.
Looked to me like a reasonable man. I think we can work something out.
And you look to me like a psycho bitch who's never been ghosted by her belle or beau before. But go on. I'm listening.
You sit here in this dank hole you probably call your office and think you've got it made, don't you?
Congrats! You read minds better than her own fucking AI. Someone get this girl a job.
Ever stop to think who's behind the Tiger Claw puppets you call your bosses? Tiger Claw bosses have got their own bosses, case you didn't know. You're just too small to see them.
Oh, 'cause you're such a big shot.
Let's just say, a certain member of the Arasaka clan wouldn't be pleased if he knew something bad happened to Evelyn, and that you're the one responsible.
All right, fine. I'll lay it on you straight. Girl you're looking for, Parker? She ain't here.
Tell me something I don't know. Like, where is she?
Think you know how things work around here, but you don't know shit. Dolls aren't here to give you pleasure and satisfaction out of the goodness of their soul. They're workers. Their job's to generate profit.
Evelyn stopped pulling profit?
No denying that, sadly for her.
Saw what she did to the client. She gets spiked or something?
Whatever or whoever fried her circuits, it came from outside our subnet. They played their deck like a virtuoso. Her chip was fucking rot. Believe you me, we tried to fix it. Didn't even come close.
They common? These kind of accidents?
Ever used tech that never broke? Didn't think so. Behavioral chip splits you right down the middle. Some people plain lose their minds. And for everyone that does, there's a dozen in line to replace them.
This you talking it out straight? What happened to Evelyn?
Got an order from up high to recycle her.
You killed her?
No. I found a Ripper doc who was willing to take a look. Yeah, said he knew something or other.
You took her to the Ripper instead of following orders. Didn't take you for someone with balls.
For fuck's sake, I'm not running a slaughterhouse here. Only recycle as a last resort. And family always gets a call. If there is any. Think there are any daddies out there willing to change the diapers of a brain-dead little slut on the verge of cyberpsychosis?
Probably not.
Casting him out on the street ain't an option either. Can't risk tanking our cred.
Anything's better than a bullet to the brain.
You know, that's what every doll says. I'm starting to like you. You looking for work by any chance?
You invested your own eddies to help poor, unprofitable Evelyn? Please.
You got me. Ripper's the one who paid me.
For a broken doll.
People got all kinds of kinks. Trust me, I know, considering where I work. Fingers is a real specimen, though. Got all the fetishes, even the ones you've never heard of. I'm sure he found her a nice niche.
The Ripper. Name and address.
Don't know her last name.
Don't fuck with me.
I'm not. Goes by Fingers. Clinic's in some godforsaken alley up on Jig Jig Street. Want to find Evelyn? Look there. Don't come back here. Ever. While you're at it, take the elevator. Quicker you're out of here, the better.
Oh, I see. Of course I'm in. Yeah, I have that right.
Doc Fingers on Jig Jig Street. Sounds like a co-ed's wet dream.
You may take your weapons. A pleasant day to you. The next time you have that urge for clouds, don't wait.
real charm, this place. In that slimy, subterranean kind of way.
So your opinion about dollhouses hasn't changed?
Oh, but it has. Before, I wouldn't have touched one with a 10-mile pole. Now I'm thinking a fire'd really make this place shine.
Think Fingers has got her? Think we'll find her there?
V, if I could see that far, I wouldn't be a fucking ghost on a chip in a corpse's head right now.
Sophisticated kind. That's what it is.
Whoa. Fuck. Makes perfect sense, that.
You had a plan, you tried, it fell flat. Now you're flat. Don't look in any condition to find Hellman.
Red Menace, Purple Force, it's us, Cracks! After making waves in Tokyo, Sydney, and Paris, their next stop is... Fuck!
The hell's that? No, damn it!
Jesus, the fuck do you want from me?
It's all going too slow. Gonna decommiss before we learn how to rip the chip out.
Wanted me dead. Said so yourself.
Made it pretty clear since that I changed my mind. Want you to live now.
Can't find the words to describe exactly how fucked up you are.
I just needed a calmer moment to think. And yeah, figured since fate gave me another shot, I'll take it.
To live life to the fullest. See the northern lights. Run with the mech bulls or with gazelles on a safari.
To finish what I started, I'm back in the game. Want Sokka out. So I'm gonna need you in.
Never been recruited into a terrorist cell before.
Listen,
honored,
I know things. Where we can save your life. Who can help us do that? You'll get rid of the chip. I'll smash Sokka. Win-win, kid. Soul Killer's what we need. And Makoshi's how we grab it.
You know, you're just an irritating hallucination, right? Just ignore
And you're
you.
a walking corpse. Should just wait till your mind shrivels to nothing and frees up space for me.
You fucking asshole.
But as should be obvious, I've decided to help you. Need to find something first. 7 letters. Starts with an M.
Don't trust you. Clear, right? So why would I trust in your plan?
'Cause you've heard your death knell, but you'd rather live. So if you're done bitching, I'd be happy to explain. Sound good?
Okay, so this Makoshi, what is it exactly?
Okay, basics. If you're jacked in, cruising the net, Arasaka can use Soul Killer, an AI, to trap, fry, and pack away your psyche, your mind, and your soul. Following so far?
Sure. That's how you became a construct.
Exactly. Now, Makoshi's the place Soul Killer operates out of, where it stores its victims' engrams.
Still don't see how Makoshi's linked to my chip problem.
Not the brightest bulb on stage, are you? 50 years back, ops on the human mind. Makoshi was the sole place on Earth where they did anything like that. Bet it still is today. Telling ya, all roads lead there. It's where we'll settle our biz. You yours, me mine.
And, how you plan to smash Arasaka this time? Got another nuke tucked away?
This time bomb's named Alt Cunningham.
I'm supposed to know who that is.
Not yet, but you will once we find what we need. For now, we got no time to lose. Need to get inside Mikoshi.
I'm sorry, sir. Could we have a moment of your time?
Those silly bastards still haven't sent anyone to fix it.
B. You called.
Please, what do you need?
Promised I'd call, didn't I?
Promising's one thing, keeping it's a whole other bag. So, managed to learn anything?
Evelyn's not at Clouds anymore. Behavioral chip was damaged. Apparently they carted her off to a Ripper doc goes by Fingers.
Oh shit.
Know where to find this Fingers character?
Yeah, runs a dinky chop shop off Jig Jig Street. Fuck V. Guy's all kinds of bad news.
Heading there now, to find her.
I told her to stay the fuck away from Clouds. Alright, later V.
Her birthday. She wanted that. Free? Fuck off! What? Yeah? Are you suggesting it's my idea? Do you hear yourself?
Well, well, what do we got here? And you just the cutest thing. If you're looking for a release, I just might be your man.
Got an issue needs sorting out. Here to do that. So how about you fuck off, let me through, and no one will be the wiser.
So serious from the get-go? I was only joking, sheesh. Fine. Let her through, Sludge.
Hey, hands off her!
Think I'm scared of your skinny ass?
You will be when every mox in town descends on this shithole.
You got a financial claim? Take it to court, you pussy. V, hey.
Fine, I get it. Everyone's got their breaking point. Just pay me what you owe me, and you go...
Hello? There's a line. Nuh-uh, you ain't cutting.
Fingers
Sit your ass
guy.
down and
You
wait
know
your
him?
turn.
Heard some things, yeah.
Like,
His hand sometimes slips.
glad to see a familiar face.
I'm worried sick about her, V. Had no idea anything had happened.
We'll find her. I know we will.
Hey, look in the mirror.
After the heist, Evelyn holed up with the Mox for a while, right?
That's right.
So why the hell did she go back to Clouds?
Thought she'd be safer there. God knows why. Tried to get her to see straight, but she wouldn't listen.
You talked to Fingers yet?
If only. He's harder to get in to see than the best docs in town. We're gonna be here forever. I just know it. Maybe you could talk to those girls, see if we can cut in front?
Why me?
I don't think they like me. Just give it a shot. That or come up with something better.
She means a lot to you, doesn't she?
And you've arrived at that conclusion how exactly?
Moment you knew where she was, you sprang into action.
Once you get close to Evelyn, you never want to let her go.
Think Evelyn's being kept here somewhere?
On the one hand, hope she is, because I want her back fast. But on the other, hope to God no. Because who knows what that sick fuck could have done to her.
You worked at Clouds.
Not as a doll. Tuned their virtues. That's where I met Ev, Tom, and the rest of the crew.
Someone ain't messing around.
What the hell?
What the? Hey, this isn't some escape den in Pacifica. Sit and wait your turn.
Got a couple questions. Quicker you answer, quicker we'll leave you to get back to your patients.
Logical through and through. Impossible to argue with. You see, my patient here is likely to feel ever so slightly awkward if I leave half her face off.
Looking for a girl named Evelyn Parker. Know she came here to your clinic.
Yes, but I have a procedure I must finish. May I?
Fine, I'll wait.
I need you to be a big girl now. This could hurt. Bear with me just one more second. There. How's it feel?
Fine, I guess.
Looks fine, too. And it never hurts to smile, sweetheart. You tiger claws? Far as I know, I'm all paid up.
We're with the Mox.
The Mox? Why didn't you say so? So, what brings you here?
Heard you help the working girls around here.
Well, very few children will play with broken toys. So when skin goes flabby, sockets go out of whack, implants malfunction, I'm sure you get the gist. You pay for goods, you expect top quality. Consumerism 101.
Please. Scrapyards offer better quality than this.
Already told you. I'm looking for a woman named Evelyn Parker. Need to know where she is.
Step into my office, please. Many girls come through here. So many. But let me put it to you this way. I believe in giving each of them the personal touch. Ask anyone. I'm more than a chop doc. See, I know what people truly want. To be flattered, praised, patted. To feel like they deserve it. Of course.
What about your logs? Gotta have some kind of record.
Tech like this, you don't register. Don't put any names down for it.
Blue hair, doll chip. Best brain dance gear ever, though damaged. Was she here?
Poor girl. Tried to help her, I did. But as you can see, this isn't exactly a state-of-the-art facility.
Get to the point!
The point? Ah, yes. Well, I haven't the faintest idea where she is.
Enough of this bullshit! What'd you do to her, you freak?
Now, either you put a muzzle on this creature, or put her down. It's impossible to have a conversation with her around.
Don't talk to her like that.
She insulted me!
Look, the quicker you spill, the shorter you'll have to put up with us. Now, Evelyn Parker. Where is she?
Could very well be on her way to becoming the next underground brain dance darling. That's all I know.
Where will we find her?
How many times do I have to repeat myself? I don't know. I did what anyone in my place would do. When I realized I wouldn't be able to help her, patch her up, I called my fixer.
2 guys came and picked her up the same day.
Where did they take her?
I told you already. I don't know. They weren't the talkative kind, and I'm no gunk. I know better than to ask questions of people like that.
You're no gunk? What do you think? Why'd all these girls come in here, let you grope around them? Think it's for your charm? Your caring attitude? They do it because they got no choice. And in the end, they despise you. They can smell you're pathetic.
The 2 that came for her didn't say anything about where they'd take her, what they were gonna do to her.
Mentioned something about virtues with a moth, of all things. Said she'd be perfect for them, whatever that means. But that's really all I know.
You pawned her off like she was some fucking inanimate mannequin.
Because that's exactly what she was.
Need air. I'll be outside.
Judy's right. People like you make this city a living hell. Day in, day out.
Got what you wanted, didn't you? So get the fuck out of here.
Daughter and heiress Hanako Arasaka recently arrived in the city in the
I let her go back to Clouds. Could have stopped her, but I didn't.
Losing our cool won't do us any favors. It's a waste of time.
Oh, I'm cool. Real fucking cool with the fact that Ev's probably already dead.
You don't know that! And I'm sure as hell not gonna squander precious minutes we could spend looking.
Only lead we got's an XBD. Where's that get us?
We also know we're looking for something related to the Death's Head. Better than nothing.
I don't get your optimism. Still sounds like a big fat nothing to me.
Need to figure out where they're scrolling this stuff. Gotta be a rat hole of some sort. Doubt they do much shooting on location.
Yeah, gotta be somewhere quiet, out of the way.
Could be we'll see something to point us in their direction in one of their virtues.
Ugh, have to be real gonks to leave a clue.
Got a better idea?
Matter of fact, I do. A domain called Pleasures of Night City. There's a twin of it on the dark net.
Every kind of thing goes on there. Might stumble on something useful.
Let me think for a sec. Think I've got a better idea. Saw a smut shop on Jig Street. All kinds of stuff there.
Think you might find a Death's Head?
Can't hurt to try.
Meantime, see if I can't find something on the NCP domain. I'll wait in the van.
Hey, yo, man, you trying to rip us off? I got 4 bags missing here.
That's the cut I got off Pablo. Don't like it? Take it up again. I ain't dealing with this.
Got something that'll keep you wet for hours.
What's this one do? Use your imagination.
Looking for, something special. A brain dance to really...
You mean smut?
No. More hardcore.
Won't find it here. But there's a guy on Jig Street, has a whole lot of peculiar flicks. And I mean peculiar.
Got something that'll keep you wet for hours.
Couldn't have been just a bit more careful.
But I was. And I gotta work out,
Looking
you
for
know?
something raw, untouched. Raw's all you get with me.
I'll come back some other time.
Betting on it. How about you? You buying or just gonna stand there like a pig undercover?
We're both going hungry.
Looking for BDs. A particular kind.
Particular? You a badge?
If I was a badge, you'd already be in cuffs for what you sold the customer before me.
All right. Can't be too careful. What do you want?
Give me the best of the best. Ones with the death's head.
Didn't know I was dealing with a connoisseur. Death's head'll cost you, though.
Got anything that might interest me?
Pleasure doing biz with you.
Here, kitty, what's the rush? Where's your cute request for
Hop in. Let me get everything prepped. You make sure the wreath's snug on you. You'll watch while I edit in real time. The old one, too.
Ready when you are.
Hey, V. Want you to describe what you see. Might catch something I miss. V, editing mode's good to go. Stick around all you want.
Scab woman. Who knew that sides chopping people up, they were scrolling XBDs? Ordinary box. Decker, Tanaka, and Rogers logo. Standard for a trash heap. Ordered recently. Scav. Gotta be. No one else with that kind of fashion sense. Electric cork patch on the coveralls. Can't beat that rich synth cough aroma. Cheap shit. Cold too. Buck a slice. Coffee was cold. Like from the day before. Pizza looked fresh though. So? Means someone's grabbing buck a slice regularly. Which is not something one does for the flavor and fresh ingredients. Pizza shares its gainer with stuff. Wait, we're looking for an electric core power plant.
Complex in Charter Hill. Buck a slice checks out too. How can you be sure though?
Here we go. Old electric core power plant in Charter Hill. Gotta make do with that for now. Nothing else to garner from this scroll. No time to lose. We gotta go there.
28. Open fire.
Definitely. Ride with me?
The shooting
Let's get going.
10 minutes
On our
before
way.
The assailant was killed shortly after MaxTac forces arrived.
35 people were pronounced dead at the scene, and another 20 remain in critical condition.
Still can't shake it.
Manufacturers Association
That virtue sample we saw with the death's head moth.
to the incident.
If all they scroll is snuff, then
Stop it.
Go to the victims and their
They'd have to be
families.
utter gonks to waste her on something like that.
Extend our sincerest
what do you mean?
We're talking about a girl who's not only a natural at what she does, but also's got a doll's implant. I mean, that's not a package you find lying out in the street.
50% discount at participating stores to the families of the victims. Stay tuned to N54 News for development.
And here we are.
You going in?
Find us a way inside. I'll hang back, scan the subnet, see if there's any blueprints of the complex lying around. Join you as soon as I find something. Let's link on Hollow till then.
It's not gonna be pretty in there.
So? If you mean to tell me to hang back altogether, don't bother.
All right, going in.
Alright, enough slacking around. Get that shit.
You're in such a hurry, you do it.
Looks like no one's taught you your place yet. I've been shopping Chrome for 5 years, and I'm telling you, we don't do drugs.
Well, I've been here for days, doing nothing.
again. You're dead!
Heard shot. You still alive? I'm here. Got no time to creep around.
God damn it!
Fight fair! What do you mean, almost? Grab a crate and get your ass moving. It's my brain.
Yo, my chewers, shroomers, and humors, Mr. Whitey here. Drop that milk toast kibble and rush to the nearest store for a taste of sweet, 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 clean speed.
Heard shots. You still alive? I'm here. Got no time to creep around. Got the blueprint. Be there in a sec. Try to find a way to the lower levels. Found a way down. You see my position? Yep, be there in a sec. Wait for me. Hey, hold up. I'm close. I'm here. We need to get to level -2. Bet that's where they're keeping her. That shirt. I know it. Hear that? Evelyn's? Without a doubt.
Get out of sight. You can go where the sun don't shine.
They heard something.
She's blowing up!
What the fuck? Smells like purple methionine. Must be cooking RPM here.
RPM. Used to sprinkle it on my breakfast.
Take him out quick.
the fucking end!
Do something, V. Fucking dying over here.
Fucking end!
They'll see us. Get out of here.
Oh shit. It's over. We did it.
Residents of Arroyo and Watson are advised not.
Back in the samurai days, we'd place ads in this thing looking for background dancers.
Looks like you weren't the only ones with bright ideas.
It was a veritable gold mine of women.
Considered selling the land for a single euro-dollar in a symbolic gesture, provided that Ken would demonstrate commitment to eradicating the district's criminal presence. Today's final story is an unlocked the key might
Clear. Keep going.
That's a maintenance room. See what I can stir up.
Gutted out all her implants. And why stop there? Took a few internal organs while they were at it.
How so very resourceful.
Scabs. No matter how many you stamp out, there'll always be more crawling around somewhere.
Figure you've made their acquaintance.
Afraid so.
I hate this place. What's there to hate? That nobody checks on us and every day is chill. Then stand outside all day in the rain? That sucks
What
so
do you
much,
need?
man. Yeah. Hey, the door is open. Walk out. No one will stop you. Or I could...
Where are you? Close to the studio, I think. You find anything useful? Freed up the elevator. Should be easier to get out of here. Wait 1 sec for me.
Welcome to the N54. Diseases that cannot be cured by replacing the affected tissue with implant technology. But the experts
Maybe she's here already.
Used him as a puppet in a virtue that killed him. Then tore out his implants.
for the second consecutive week. As Atlantic City continues to rage on. The 10th
That's Evelyn. Just don't touch her. If she's recording, you'll scramble her brain. Wait until I cut her link. Grab it and tell me when you're gonna yank it. I'll break the link at my end at the same time. All right, let's do this. Wait for my signal. Here goes. Ready? And... now! Thank God. Evelyn, you hear me? She okay to be moved? No brain hemorrhages, damage to the spine? Doesn't seem to have any wounds. Guess we got no choice. What's wrong with her? Honestly, I don't know. She's gotta be seriously traumatized. Let's get her somewhere safe. Fast, too. Which way? I sealed the doors and managed to power the elevators. Elevators it is, then.
Come on, is it really that hard? Please, just one. For me?
Fine, have it your way. Smoke to your lungs' content.
Ah, finally, something better than exhaust in the stench of the city. Don't tell me you don't feel it too. We going in?
Let's give him a couple. You saw how she looked.
If it was up to me, I would have splashed some water on her face back at the studio and asked her straight up.
It's not up to you, though, is it? Let's go. Ah, shit!
She's sleeping. At least I think she is. Her eyes are closed and she's not shaking anymore. I would have already killed her by now if I didn't feel so bad for her.
I need to talk to her.
Listen, I know you've got some serious questions that she's got the answers to. I mean, if I were you, I'd want to know too. But it's just not gonna happen. She's completely out of it.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
How's she feeling?
Use your imagination. That place sucked every last drop of humanity from her. It's not enough, she already gave up everything she had. I just kept taking more and more. She's in some kind of trance, like she's folded into herself. No reaction to her surroundings whatsoever. I really didn't want to poke around in her head. I did it for you. I just want you to know that.
You're mad at her. Why?
When you asked me to scour her behavioral chip, I was just about done dealing with your shit.
Judy, I didn't have any
I know.
other-
It's okay.
So I don't get why...
You'll find out in a sec. I'll show you the virtue I found.
Guessing you saw them already.
Yeah, had to wrestle to make sense of the whole thing. But I don't want to say anything and taint your perspective. You should go in with fresh eyes.
How many BDs did you manage to rip?
2. Only one of them's intact. Understandable, though. The rest... well, they're in the same shape as Evelyn right now.
Okay, show me.
Give me a sec while I set the parameters.
Guess we'll find out if our doll really did lose her tune. Come on, V. I'll be the first to admit, this does not look good. Well now, look at you.
Hey, how you feeling? Need anything? Not here to nag. Just talk. I know it's a bad time, but I gotta ask. You got any idea how to remove the biochip? Or know anyone else who might? Listen, Evelyn, I really need your help. It's important. If I don't do anything, and do it soon, I'll die.
You're right. This is a complete waste of time.
Have a seat.
All right, roll it.
Data was in pretty rough shape. Not all that editable.
Huh. Glad you managed to salvage him in the first place.
Needs a second to load.
Quality's lousy, but I did what I could.
What am I looking out for? Every single piece of tech I see, security. We need.
Take a look around if you want. Can't see her face. Under normal circumstances, that kind of encryption's easy to crack. But not this time. Whoever she is, she's got serious net running skills. That, or someone's working it for her. I think I recognize these. What are they? Vive markings. You familiar with them? Not enough to know what they actually mean. Heard of who might use them, though. Who? Could be the Voodoo Boys, but that's just a hunch. Can't be 100% sure. The spine-chilling Netrunner crew? Hard to find, because they don't want to be. I wouldn't know where to start.
Every single piece of tech I see, security.
We need a layout of the whole room. We will get everything else we need from the Virtue.
What about his messages?
Only if you can do it and be parfait bourré. It's most important that he suspect nothing. Try to be your usual, relaxed self.
And if he starts talking about the biochip?
Might not be important. Maybe, but all of them are from Pacifica. Narrows down our search, at least. What now? Looks like I'm going on a field trip to Pacifica.
And if he starts talking about the biochip himself?
Where you
should
hear
I...
this? That is not of interest to you. You spin the Virtue, you come back here. We give you the eddies. That is your one job. The rest is none of your concern. Understand?
All right, think we got everything. What do you think? Woman who hired Evelyn. Any idea who we're up against? Your guess is as good as mine. Sorry, V. Now we know what happened at Clouds. They're the ones who tried to flatline her. Launched a nuke at her chip. So it was punishment? For getting played by her? She knew more than they thought she knew. Couldn't let that go. So that's who she was running from. Looks like Evelyn never told us the whole truth. You're telling me? If I'd known what she'd gotten herself into... I'm so mad at her. Her only job was to record a Virtue. Pretty damn amazing she managed to organize a full-blown heist. And swipe the biochip from under her boss's noses. So that's where you came in. She hired you. And brought this all on herself. On you two. There's one more recording. Wanna see it? Sure, why not? Nothing can surprise me at this point.
Oui, allez.
What language is she speaking? Dunno. Haitian Creole? It is the Voodoo Boys. Didn't I... Wait, let me see if I've got an auto-translator. Meantime, you try to tune into the phone's frequency. See what the other side's saying. Got it. Give it a second. Heard her mention Yorinobu. Probably why Evelyn buried this recording deep. Caught another name. Something like... Silverhand? We have to know what they're saying. Could be important. Fine. Just found the auto-translate package.
Should get along fine with your system. I'll install it now.
Oui, oui, allez. Vous avez une raison, moi c'est tout intelligent.
Vous pensez, mademoiselle, a fait un problème?
Moi c'est pas enragé. En plus, c'est plus bon moyen nous gagner pour nous arriver sur yon nous. Faut que nous prenions chance là. En plus, c'est
Moi,
plus
t'as
bon moyen nous gagner pour nous arriver
qui
sur
Sylvain
yon
a
nous.
mené nous direct sous Alt.
Faut que nous prenions chance là. Vous gagnez plus bon l'idée? Très bien. Si vous décidez si c'est pas critique ça me pense, à continuer à faire travail.
Okay, Judy, we're good.
All right, disconnecting.
I don't get it. What's this have to do with Johnny Silverhand? He died, like, forever ago. V, you got any idea?
Biochip we stole? It's got Silverhand's engram burned onto it.
Engram?
Digitized psyche. Personality construct. Can you give me a minute? I need to go over some stuff in my head.
Of course.
Know who they are, who the woman is? Any idea how we find them?
Fuck, V. I've been dead the last half-century. Sorry if I'm unable to hand you all the answers on a chrome fucking platter when you snap your fingers.
These people, what could they want from Alt?
How the hell should I know?
Got no notion whatsoever?
One way or another, everything leads back to that Netrunner. Finding her's our biggest priority. If she knows as much as I think she knows about the chip, she can help us out.
Thought you said nothing could help us.
Nah, just find us that Juju wirehead, okay?
Wait, you got any idea how to get in touch with the Voodoo Boys?
Why? Worried that I'll give Evelyn up to him?
No. I didn't trust you at first, but... Well, if you wanted to get back at Evelyn, you would have done it already.
So why the worried look?
I want it all to work out for you. You got a plan?
I'll ask around. Make a few calls. Let me put it this way. The Voodoo Boys wouldn't trust a cat if it walked onto their turf. But someone's gotta know a way in.
Well, good luck. Hope you won't need it.
See you around, Judy.
Right. Thanks, V.
What's shaking?
Need to make contact with the Voodoo Boys chief if you can swing it.
All right. Straight to heavy business. Now, that'd be Maman Brigitte. Be tough getting a word into her.
I was led to believe you could arrange anything.
Ah! Now that sounded like my third wife every time she wanted a new purse.
Maman Brigitte? That sounds like a spooky cult alias.
Have not had the pleasure of asking her personally. But it is what everybody calls her. Doubt the title has any real religious weight, though. Voodoo Boys play pretty fast and loose with their Haitian heritage.
Really don't do any biz with them?
Not with the chefs, chefins, priests, and whatnot. All got dirigible-sized egos, won't talk to lowly me. But if you insist, I can ask around, try to set something up. I'll just need some details first.
Got something they want.
Truly? Want to sell something to the VDBs? Trust me, they don't want it, they don't need it. They're isolated, insulated, they got their own contracts, tech, networks. But, have it your way. Okay, I'll see what I can do and get back to you.
Hey, I don't think I know you.
I'm Claire. You might not remember me. Bartender at the Afterlife?
Uh-oh. Forgot to close my tab.
Bar has a buzz about you lately. As the merc who's reliable, gets things done. And since I need help...
Okay.
Need a driver for street races. Drop by my auto shop, I'll tell you more.
Your garage. Where is it?
In Arroyo, on Valley. Lovely spot, can't miss it.
Alright. Try not to.
If I'm not there when you arrive, just hang. I'll show up after my shift at the after.
Okay. See you, Claire. Shit. He's in rough shape, but alive. Let's hear what Dennis has to say.
Hey, got a status? Find the package?
You could have told me. The package was a man.
If it was a box of bananas, I'd use the post office. Get over it.
Well, who is he?
The ambassador to Mexico, Jesus, it doesn't matter who he is. I prepared a car for you. Put the man in the trunk and head to Northside. The address is in the GPS.
Okay.
One more thing. Watch for tigers. They've got their sights trained on your new companion.
What? Asshole hung up. Job's done.
I see that. Well done. Excellent work. Holding in there all right, Hariyoshi?
Dennis gave me hope.
So who is this guy?
He'll tell you his story. Hariyoshi?
In Japan, Brain Sergeant, top of all. Good instinct. One day, Tiger Claw boss needs surgery. But both die on table. Tiger Claws were very angry. I hide in boat, swim to America. Here, Dennis saved me. But there is secret. I killed Tiger Claw boss on purpose. World best surgeon, make no mistake.
Early warning about the tigers would have been nice.
I had a hunch you'd manage this just fine. Given that you're here now, I see I was right.
This is all very heartwarming, but you haven't paid me yet.
I know. Here.
May this blade serve you well.
What's your name again?
Brain Sergeant, world best. Good instinct.
Where are you from, exactly?
Brain Sergeant, world best. Good instinct.